What's up, YouTube?
Going live, yeah, going
again.
live.
That was weird.
What'd you say, Ash?
I hope the power doesn't go out again. That was weird. You're recording in Zencaster too, right?
I will be, yeah.
All right, good.
All right. So, yeah, sorry we're a little late, guys. We were hoping for it to be on by 9, but we had some power failures and all kinds of crazy stuff. So
Yeah, Riri was.
yeah. What did you say, Jeff?
Sorry, my audio was crossed up for a second. Riri was building a suit near Ashley.
Yeah, that's exactly
thanks,
right.
girl.
Yeah,
Things
really
to do.
needed that.
I'm trying to make money too, bitch.
How many groceries? You know what? Save it for the cast.
Okay, I'm gonna hit record on Zencaster, and just to have it for posterity. I don't think we're actually gonna post the video, but just wanted to go live, and then I'm gonna record on Audacity equivalent. If you guys would do the same.
You ready?
Check. Good waves.
Hitting record.
Okay, I've hit record.
Good waves over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
3, 4.
All right, here we go. Thanks for
What's
being
wrong,
here.
Ashley? You look hot.
We had a heat wave over the last 3 days, and my work didn't have air today, so I am like drained as fuck. That's my language. Yeah, swamped.
Yeah.
Top and bottom.
Moist.
Welcome to my life.
Woof.
So, all right. Welcome, TV Movie Guy and TJ Stafford. Hit the like button if you like what we're doing, so more people see it. And if you wanna tag us to say anything about the episode, please do. We'll try to get to them at the end. And here we go. You wanna kick it off there, Jeff?
Yes, sir. Today on the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast, we have a new series to talk about. Ironheart, season 1. Is it going to be multiple seasons? It's season 1, episode 1. Take Me Home. All of that and more after this.
Welcome to the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast. My name is Matthew Carroll.
And I'm Jeff Rado. Sorry,
And I'm
very
Ashley
excited.
Coffin. Sorry, my recording stopped, but I am having technical difficulties. Thank you, Riri. What's happening?
Okay,
We're back on. Okay, it's fine.
Okay, let's just do that intro again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2,
1,
3,
2,
4.
3, 4.
Okay, and then we'll just start with my part. I've got your part, Jeff.
Okay.
Welcome to the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast. My name is Matthew Carroll.
And I'm Jeff Randall.
And I'm Ashley Coffin.
All right.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
We
me
got the
too.
gang back together. Hi.
Gang back together. We
I
got
missed you guys.
a new series dropping with Marvel. Always fun. I'll jump right in. I actually think so. We've been talking about how it's annoying. This drop schedule's annoying, and it feels like they're throwing it away, similar to what they did with Echo. But hear me out. I think there's like something to be said for this drop schedule might fit this show well, because you can tell it was made under the old regime of Marvel before they decided to switch it up and make shows more like television. This feels like a movie chopped up to me. Like, it doesn't feel like an episodic thing. It feels very much like the first few minutes of a movie.
Yeah, I was about to say that it almost feels like an act 1, but I can't even say that with real conviction, because like it doesn't even feel like a full act 1.
Yeah, it's really
Maybe
just
3 episodes will.
exactly.
Yeah, could be.
Exactly.
It was hard to stop because I was like, well, stuff happened.
Yeah, like there's not as much to talk about on these episodes. On these shows, they're chopped up movies. Basically, it's hard to get into the meat of it. But I guess my main takeaways is I really like Riri. I rewatched parts of Black Panther, Wakanda Forever today to try to like remember her character well. And
you did a rewatch.
I did a rewatch.
Damn.
Yes. Good one, Jeff.
What?
and it was great. She's a really great character, and they really captured her well here. It feels very similar, I think, from the movie to here, and she's
Marker for that.
okay.
Sorry.
And she's really great. Just a great character, and I like the story they're starting to set up. I have my problems, but I like the story they're setting up.
Yeah. I like the characters that they are that they're giving us. The character of Riri is fun, and the world that she quite literally just dropped into feels pretty well lived in, and like any other neighborhood in a major city.
Yeah.
The little kid walking down the street with the wagon. Hey, I can carry that for you. $20.
Yeah.
Well, she's got it all right. I mean, it's like if any one of us, had the smarts to be a Tony Stark, would we
Right.
actually be able to do it on our budget? Hell no.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Exactly. Like it's
I mean,
a
she kind
two-part.
of did it. She kind of did it with, but she was hustling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you talk about Wakanda Forever, she kind of had a suit, but it was busted.
Right. And she was doing the same
Yeah.
thing. Like she was faking people's projects and stuff in the movie too to get the money to build her suit then too. So I love the consistency there. The one thing about the suits that bothers me, I'll jump to my negative right away.
Go
In
for it.
Wakanda Forever, she has been working on this suit off and on for 3 years or something like that. She's 10 years maybe. It's a long time. She says it's years. I think it's 2. It's 2. That's right. She said I've been working on this suit for 2 years off and on, and she is able to. And then Shuri builds another suit with like all the powers of Wakanda behind it, like all the fabrication ability. So it makes sense that Shuri can build a suit in a weekend. I do not buy that on her budget in her house with the limited tools she has. She was able to rebuild that suit overnight. And while rebuilding the suit, she built an AI at the same time that somehow was reading her brainwaves, it seemed.
I guess so. Is that what that was? I was going to ask you guys what you thought about that.
That's what it seemed like to me. I don't know. What do you guys think that was?
It looked a lot like, well, based on the graphics on the screen, which is never what actually happens, but they had to do it for the plebes.
Didn't it look like that paperclip from when you first got a computer? What was like the
Oh my
computer
God.
That was
assistant
so
from
good.
Word?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it looked like Clippy.
Trevor was definitely a Clippy
That
ripoff.
Trevor AI looked like Clippy. Oh my God. But when she had the things on her temples, the graphics were like flowing from one to another, like into the suit. So it looked like her mind was being mapped into the suit to make an AI that was more like her brain,
Mm-hmm.
That's what it seemed like, or that's what I think the graphics on the screen were telling us.
Right. And it
that
was
they were
like
doing.
Right.
it was like 4 hours to download your brain. I was like, okay.
4 hours.
She was putting those things on the side. I'm like, what are you doing, girl?
Yeah.
If she had more of them, it would have been less time.
Yeah, and then she goes to sleep, and I guess she dreamed of Natalie or something, and that projects this AI that she's grieving about. I think that's really cool. It's a really cool concept that she's like grieving. She's gonna have to deal with this grief that she's been not dealing with because her AI is now gonna look like her friend that died. Like I think that's a
Yeah.
really great concept, but just the tech of it and it being you have one day to build a new
Oh,
suit.
yeah, we're gonna need that suit tomorrow.
And it's like, no.
Actually, that fell apart
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah.
I'm gonna need some time.
So
Exactly.
when someone's handing you $100 bills, you say, okay, I got
Yes,
that
sir.
suit's going to be ready tomorrow, sir. Mr. Hood, sir. Mr. Boots and Hood.
In the chat,
Mr. Parker.
In the chat, David Brewer says she built it at MIT. It was at the beginning of the episode. I agree. She did
Right,
build
but
the
we
suit.
didn't know it was going to be her friend.
She built.
Okay, I'm talking about the suit.
She built that.
Oh.
She built that new one, but it was linked to her student login, which is a terrible way to set up your account for any kind
no.
of subscription.
Oh, well, I'm talking about the suit that was destroyed and torn apart, and doing that overnight seems like She's doing bending that metal. I'm thinking of like Tony Stark in the cave for weeks building that janky suit, and she built that suit, and it's starting to look like it looks like the one Shuri
It
built her.
almost looks like Iron Patriot.
Well, it was
Yeah.
funny because we were like, oh, she just needs a music montage. And then they didn't exactly do it because she, you know, had the memories of her phone when she heard the voice. But then like 10 minutes later, they played Cinnamon by Nina Simone. I go, there it is, girl. There you go.
Yeah.
You got your
You just
music
gotta get the right
montage.
song.
Make that suit. I mean,
You just got to get the right song.
I might be wrong because I'm not a scientist, but like the thing that made Tony Stark's suit crazy is the arc reactor, right?
Well, that's what powered it.
But it makes it like super powered.
Kind of.
Well,
It just has a lot of power on a small scale, which I'm assuming that technology is now more proliferated. She may have a version of it in her suit. We don't really know.
And her plan was to give it to like first responders and people like that, because we can't have everybody flying around in an Iron Man suit. That's not safe. We can't even drive cars. You know what I mean? 25 miles an hour, get in
you
an
add
accident.
a third dimension to that, and we're screwed.
In Iron Man suits, like I get it, and I think that's like it is good, but like you're only as fast moving as your slowest moving person, and we are not ready for that.
Well, I think if
as
only
a society, we're not ready.
I think if you're talking about only first responders, it could be possible. It could be like, you know, you're kind of outfitting first responders with Avengers tech. You know, that is a cool
I just
idea.
wanted to drive the van. I'm not like flying all over the place. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't know that when you were doing all of that paramedic and EMT training that you were actually going to have to go to flight school.
Flight school,
Yeah.
Top Gun, baby.
Yeah, like not only do you have to be willing to like get your hands very dirty, but also you have to have perfect vision. You have to have a pilot's license. You need hours in the simulator. Like, it's not worth it anymore for $15 an hour. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, there's a lot of those kind of little problems with the show that are a little I don't know, scratching the back of my brain in a way that I don't
Just
love.
got some questions, you know.
Yeah. But overall, I think the show is going to be a lot of fun, and I love Anthony Ramos as the Hood.
He's
Oh,
great.
yeah.
He's really great.
The actor from Talk to Me, who that was the only thing I've ever seen them in. Zoe Trackus is. I love their little group. Their little group is made of great people. Like
Yes.
Me
Eric
too.
Andre, you know,
Yeah.
Diva with the makeup. I was like, okay, I love this little group immediately.
The
And
nails.
Yeah.
Slay.
Yeah, the guy who makes the approach to Riri, he was on a show called Good Girls, which like was funny because he basically had the same role in Good Girls. He was the criminal who was trying to like teach these like suburban housewives how to crime.
Awesome. And I'm like, you're handsome. I'll take your money. You can pay for my stuff. That's great.
Right. Tattoo me, daddy.
Oh yeah, the tattoos. Yikes.
Oof.
What was the line he said? He said, "I'm sorry, I'm doing this to you," or something like that.
Yeah, let's take a break.
I hate doing this to you, man.
Yeah, because so that something is up with the tattoos. We've seen that since the
Witchcraft.
trailer. What's that?
Witchcraft.
Yeah, totally. We've seen
Yeah.
it since the trailer that it looks like some form of witchcraft or something is going on with the tattoos. So that line just kind of gives that away early on, I think.
Well, they're
What's
also
the-
planting little beads of it because her mom and her aunties definitely they're cleaning the house with the sage. We're
yeah,
talking about
sage and-
black obsidian, which I wear every day because for the same reasons. I was like,
Constantly
okay,
in
let's
grief.
go with shit. I love this. We're like peppering it in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and
What's
we
the
saw
over
in-
under on that group being needed in order to stop the Hood or like to break his
Oh, like a coven.
Yes.
yeah, like getting that coven in to stop his witchcraft, wizardry, whatever.
I think me and you
I
talked
like
about it, Jeff, on one of the episodes. The last trailer we got for the show, there's a shot of those women standing in a circle, and it sort of does this inverted flip thing, and it looks
yeah.
very Coven-esque. And I was like,
Yay.
wow, they are really doubling down on the
I forgot
the
about
witchcraft
that circle.
magic
If
stuff.
anyone's gonna make a protective circle, it's that group of women. Like, good luck.
Oh, it is absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Be grateful.
Did you guys clock that the truck that they had was like your friendly neighborhood serviceman?
Oh no, I didn't see that. That's funny.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
I didn't catch that. That's good.
It's pretty great.
Little things. I've seen too many horror movies. When Riri gets into that elevator, the first thing I would have done was look under that tarp because there's either a person under there trying to get me or a monster. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
Or one
like
of those
before
guys.
you even like hit the button to close the door, just like lift that up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Making sure.
Or one of
What's
those
under there?
guys. One of those guys doing those elevator pranks where there's like, you know, the girl from The Ring standing in the corner of the elevator after
Oh my
the
God.
lights go
Yeah.
out, you know?
My biggest fear is getting stuck in an elevator and how they would be like, oh my God, we're stuck and I'm going to have to pee immediately. Turn away.
It's okay. You do you, girl. You gotta pee sometimes in an elevator.
It happens. Happens to the best of us.
I didn't care for the Hood's outfit.
Yeah, you were saying that. What
I
did
thought
you
it
think?
was just, I don't know. It just looked, the white stripes looked really like, I don't know, off-putting. I'm like, why would you iron that on to your pants? Your hood's cool enough. Like, his outfit was real subtle in the comics. It would look like just jeans and a shirt with the hood. Because he's got like, it's the hood and his boots, right? That's what he got
think
from
so.
the Demon. I don't know. I just thought that
Le
the
Demon.
Le Demon. The white stripes just looked a little goofy. He honestly looked like he just got off of Broadway doing Hamilton and then was running over here to shoot Ironheart.
Yeah. He's like, I just got done being Philip. Like, what are we
Mhm.
doing here? How ready are we?
Yeah. My
I'm
niece
ready,
was
baby.
like, I know him from somewhere. I was like, it's Philip. She was like, oh my gosh. Blew her mind.
John Lawrence.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also Philip.
Thought it was great. I liked how they connected it into the MCU almost right away with the I'm going to be better than I forget.
Pym.
She said Pym
Bigger
and
than
Stark.
Bill Gates.
Gates, Pym,
and-
Stark. Yeah. Some
Yeah.
names
Like
off.
Tony
His,
Stark made an Iron Man suit in a cave, girl.
I don't know. She made it in an apartment in like 10
Yeah, I know.
hours. So
Only after her music montage.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Got to be fueled
I-
by the
like,
music.
I kind of took issue with her making the suit overnight in an apartment with an anvil in the kitchen and a hammer.
Yeah.
Because, like,
I'd be calling the cops so fast.
somebody is saying
Yeah,
something.
I'm
Yeah.
knocking on your door.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like,
Uh,
I
Like
am
the neighbors
trying
in Jessica
to sleep.
Jones.
At least it seems like she should have gone down to like her dad's shop or whatever.
Right. Like, you
Yeah.
got that shop right
Working
there.
In that in Wakanda, wasn't she in what looked like a garage, or was that like at
Yeah.
school?
She was in a garage.
I think it was
was
in a
school,
garage
right?
near school.
Okay.
Also, I guess I didn't watch all of Wakanda Forever. I kind of just skimmed through to her scenes today, and like I guess that who's the guy from the CIA played by Bilbo?
Oh,
Yeah.
he has the same name, Ross.
Yes,
Ross.
Ross.
Everett
thank you.
Ross.
Everett Ross. Everett Ross is, I guess he got her off of whatever crime she'd committed because, like, in the movie, she escapes the feds by like blasting them with her Iron Man weapons and like flies away and leaves for Wakanda. And in this, she's like, "I'm back from my internship abroad," and it's like, no, you also like attacked federal agents and stuff. Like, I don't know if you get. I guess Everett Ross must have helped her out. Is the only thing I can headcanon there.
Well, and it's like you call
Yeah.
Shuri, girl. You need a little cashola. You call your princess friend, right? I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
too poor
Right?
to understand how things work. But I did feel bad for her getting kicked out of school. But it was fun to see the guy from Civil War who was like talking to Tony in the hallway.
Yeah,
He's like,
Jim
"Is there gonna
Rash.
be
Oh
any
yeah,
money
but
for
the self-cooking
teachers?"
hot dog.
Yeah.
But
But I was also
love
like,
him.
you sit down and you
Ah.
shut your mouth. You don't get to talk to her.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
You don't get to
Oscar
talk to her at all.
Oscar winner Jim Rash, I believe. I believe he's an Oscar winner.
Oh wow, yeah.
I believe he
go.
either wrote or directed The Descendants.
I loved The Descendants
Yeah,
with George Clooney.
Yeah, he either wrote or directed it, and like, or maybe both. And it's like really weird because he's this like comedy guy who's like plays this really broad comedy, and then he went and wrote The Descendants and won an Oscar for it. And
Well,
it's like,
it is such a
that's so
dark
wild.
comedy, so that makes a lot of sense. Like,
Yeah.
I don't cry. That movie had me bawling. It was very sad.
yeah, for
A lot
sure.
of
Don't
emotions.
cry.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
There in that scene in that office, the lady was like, "Put the cup down, and then pick the pot up, and pour your beverage. Like, stop with this. Because when he was trying to like pick up the coffee pot with the injured arm, just like failing at it, like he looked like the black and white section of an infomercial trying to sell me some, like, you can pour your coffee and hold it at the same time.
Yeah. That singing, I mentioned this in our coverage of one of the trailers, and like something that I was worried about is she has that line in the trailer where they're like, you want to build something, I want to build something, and they say important, and she says no, undeniable. And I said when we were talking about the trailer, I was like, I hate that. Like, I hope this is a lesson she's going to learn in the thing, because I understand that can sound empowering, but like, it is better to be important, like to do something important for the world than to worry about your own glory of being undeniable, you know, like that concept.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could see this show either just like glossing over that, and that's her motivation, it being fine, or it could be a thing where she learns a lesson. And I loved it so much. After talking about that in the trailer, the lady immediately says, that is a pile of garbage. Like, she calls her on it immediately. There was no like wait and see if they're going to change, if they're going to call her on this thing. They call her on it immediately. And they're like, we gave you every resource, and we supported you. You set up your own thing. Like, this is all garbage. I loved it.
Well,
she's got the Tony Stark big head.
Yeah.
The other part of it is that she said, you're trying to make me be, or like you're wanting
small.
me, you're asking me to be small.
Yeah.
And
No
like,
one's
the
making
dean
you
was
small.
like, no one said that.
Yeah.
No one has told you to do that. We're just trying to get you to follow the fucking rules.
Right. Well,
I
and
just
the-
hope that everybody else got in trouble for their bought assignments. Because listen, that is a great place to make money, because the people at MIT are probably 50% of them very rich. So like, I understand her getting that money, but I also hope they're in trouble too, because it's not fair.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like they said,
Plagiarism is wrong. Like, yeah, the person who did someone else's assignment is bad, but also you paid for an assignment that's not yours.
Yeah.
So like, they need her client list.
Yeah, 1000%. Oh man.
It is heavy though. I will give the show that. I feel like when we were watching before the credits even roll, you're seeing her and her friend, and I was just like, this friend is not going to make it. And then I was surprised that they showed us in this episode not exactly what happened, but kind of what happened. I wonder if it's going to somehow tie back to like the hood people, or like, we don't know what exactly. Was it like casualty in some kind of shootout that was happening outside? Yeah. Is it going to tie back to Anthony Ramos and his crew? Oh, I kind of hope they don't do that, because that shit happens in every city all the time. Philadelphia, Chicago, New York. Like, it's a problem. That's why we need gun control.
Yeah. Those kind of drive-by shootings happen. And I'm not to get into it too early. We know that Mephisto may be in the show, but one thing that I'm wondering.
I'm sorry, I think you said Mephisto is confirmed.
Take people down this road again.
Likely. Oh, we're definitely going to, and we're going to talk about it in every episode, and it's going to get real annoying. But Mephisto is supposedly confirmed for this show, so I'm wondering if this AI that seems so almost like conveniently created by her brainwaves or whatever.
Oh, I know where you're going with
if
this.
It's Mephisto manipulating her tech. And we're going to get this character of Natalie, who she trusts and misses and has all this grief for, and then she's going to have all these complicated feelings, and Natalie's going to keep pushing her down this road, and then
I love that.
That's going to be the Mephisto turn, and it's all Mephisto.
Ooh, I like it.
I don't know if I do.
Well, it's the one thing that would push her to do the wrong things. I mean, besides like petty crime.
Right. To go further than maybe she would right now. If she feels
I don't
like
want to hurt anybody, she says.
Yeah, and if she feels like her best friend is back and guiding her, and like, I could totally see that being like the thing that tempts her over the edge.
Oh, and I'm really shipping her and her friend's brother.
Oh,
I guess.
yeah.
Because, like, remember mixtapes? And remember how fun it was to flirt with mixtapes? The fact that they did that was so cute. And I was like, oh, my God. I had, like, a flash wave of all my old boyfriends in the mixtapes and how fun it was.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
I loved his line that, like, it's Friday night. hot girl's supposed to be at the club, trying to get free drinks, like that. The motion that he did with it, I was like, okay, this guy knows. He knows what's up.
Yeah. And
I love
these
their
days
interaction. Yeah.
these days you can share like a Spotify playlist with someone, like you can make a
Yeah.
Spotify playlist, but it's not the same as the like physical
no, he
thing.
He gave her a cassette player and headphones.
You have to.
Star-Lord, and I was really into it.
Yeah. You have to
Yep.
give the playing device with a tape these days because no one has one.
Nowadays. Yep.
I loved all the people of Chicago making commentary after she fell. And they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you need a Band-Aid or an ice pack, baby? Like,
Get out of the
it's
street.
like-
Yeah.
You guys need to get out of the street. So
Come on.
funny. Yeah.
I laughed real hard at the pavement, marks
Oh,
being
yeah.
Ironheart.
That was
Yeah.
a cool.
That was so cute.
I wonder if they'll do that every episode, or if that's just like a one-time thing.
Miss Thing
She
who has
just keeps
no
hitting
money
the
is
street.
like, I'm gonna move to Dubai, and I was like, you went real far from no money to I'm gonna move to Dubai.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
what
I'm
do
going to
you
get a
mean?
job at some place that has a giant lab. Let's not talk about any of the places in America that have a giant lab. There's so many. She's like, I'm thinking Dubai. Like,
Yeah.
the other
But
side
that's
of the
my
globe.
thing. There's no way that she, with her knowledge and stuff, couldn't be making money doing legit like freelance work, like Jeff, like what you do. Like, just imagine on a bigger scale for bigger companies, you could be a freelance, IT person and make tons and tons of money without having to be contracted down to the companies to fund your Iron Man stuff because you're that smart.
Honestly,
Yeah.
she could probably generate an AI to just be a contract IT person like what I do, and nobody would know the difference. Like, she could generate AI to like be the project manager, somebody to be front end sales,
Right.
pre-sales engineers and architects, and like she could build AI to just be a consulting company and put my company out of business probably. But she's not. She's just like, I'm broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, you could get a job.
Well, I think the idea is she has her vision. She wants to. I completely agree with you. She could absolutely make money somehow with this by building an Iron Man suit for someone. But I think the idea is she's wanting to do her vision of this suit, wanting to make her thing, not wanting to let herself be distracted. But at the same time, no, that's not really true because she's making all these projects for other people.
Right?
It's
Well,
like,
that's what I mean. Not
yeah.
a suit for somebody else, but just like freelance work.
Yeah. Well, I guess,
Yeah.
and I guess that's what she's doing.
Regular
Our
ass
office doesn't have
IT
an
work.
IT person right now. We could use one. Like
Right?
just come in
Like
and just bounce
regular
around.
ass IT
Go
work.
to Dubai. They would love that. I mean, don't do that because that's probably not the right. You know what I mean? But like, we probably could national security or whatever. Like, call Apple.
Yeah.
Oh God. I won't talk trash on the internet
Do it.
publicly
Why?
about.
Talk trash on the
DoD.
internet on the internet.
Well, no, so U.S. DoD systems are not the most secure in the world.
I don't know what that means.
Department of Defense.
Oh,
Department of Defense.
I was like, don't come
um,
at me with acronyms.
A lot of like U.S. government systems are not up to date because they don't. Government jobs don't really like they pay people to be lazy, and then they don't really upgrade their systems because there's so much like red tape and overhead and paperwork involved in upgrading the stuff. They'd rather just let it sit. So a lot of that stuff could be upgraded for a nominal fee, we'll say, by her AI. Like, she could upgrade everything
Right.
and make a ton of money.
She could make a bunch of Megans.
Megan.
The little doll.
Oh, the
Megan.
little
Oh,
dolls.
Megan 2.0 or whatever.
All right.
The-
Well,
all the signs I've been seeing around the city and haven't watched
Oh,
the
totally.
media that it's in.
yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna try to keep these short because we're gonna be trying to do an episode for every episode of the show. Any other thoughts? Any other characters
I like
we haven't talked
TV
about?
movie guys thing. Was the voice on the mixtape just in her head, or do you think it was actually in
Oh, I think it was in there because that he gave her the mixtape and like he knows the connection she had with him, and was that her brother? Was that Natalie's brother?
Yeah. So was that his music he was giving her? Or did he?
Because she says right before Natalie starts to talk, she's like, "Oh, he's got that voice too, because he's singing on it." And then it goes
it would make sense to put his sister in there.
Yeah,
to
well, and
her.
he says something. She says something like "little bro" or something like that in the song, because I think it's a voicemail she left for him, and so he has these voicemails and he's making music with them, and that's really, really, really sweet.
Yeah, I thought it was in the song too.
She was over at Riri's and she was going to be late. And she needed him to cover for her again.
That's right. Yeah. All right.
And,
well,
the feels, all my feels.
Yeah. Well, any other thoughts? Any other characters we haven't talked about anything?
No, I'm really ready to get to the witchy stuff. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get
demons,
the witch on.
Demons.
I love the crew. I love the crew too much for them to be the bad guys. Like I kind of want the Hood to be. There's a great moment in this episode where he tells her like, you have your reasons for wanting to do what you're doing. I have my reasons. And his reasons seem to be demonic. Like he's trying to connect with something, but I'm hoping that his deeper reason is somehow valiant or honorable. Cause like I want him to go out like a good character. Like I really do. I just like that actor so much.
It was like some Robin Hood stuff. It sounded like he was doing. Like we're not killing anybody. We're just thieving. Respect and money. Sign me up.
All right.
But he mentioned three other jobs multiple times. Tunnel, TNNL being one of them. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
And then the other one, I can't remember the name of it, but they mentioned those three like over and over, and then the big job.
Right.
So what is the big job?
Right. I don't know, but I'm wondering if it is like bringing forth a demon. Like I'm wondering if he's doing jobs.
Yeah, it's totally a spell. It's a third dimension. Like
some sort of spell. And he's either collecting elements for that spell in these jobs, or he's somehow doing deeds for some demon that he's like collecting on his body, and there's something going on. It
reminds me like Prison Break. Like, is it some kind of map or like a thing that shows him like maybe he's thieving these places, taking the money, but they need like articles of things to do this actual big spell to bring forth whatever demon. Because we know, I mean, if he's got the Hood, we know that he's already had some kind of interaction with the demon, so it's not like he doesn't know.
And that's probably what the like creeping corruption it looks like on his back is.
Yeah. Well, and
is that
it looked
spreading
like spreading in the trailer. In this, it just looked like it was a tattoo. But I'm wondering, like, if it's that
when
tattoo.
It gets engaged.
Yeah, when that tattoo is going to start spreading and bring forth Mephisto. All right. Well, that's probably all we got for tonight. We're going to be back real soon. Well, we got one person tagged us here. TV Movie Guy says Cinnamon playing, and it stops playing on the lyric, and the Lord said
Lord.
And the Lord, I can't read. And the Lord said, "Go to the devil," and wink, maybe a wink, maybe. Yeah, I absolutely think that.
They repeated that several times.
They did.
I mean, there was a reason, many reasons that they picked Cinnamon.
Yeah, totally.
Well, and it was right when he was opening his safe, his vault room.
Yeah,
the Lord said, "Go to the devil." I'm like, I think I know what's happening there. And when he put the cloak on. Sorry, when he put the hood on his little mannequin figure, whatever, you could hear the dissonant whispers and
they're slithering.
Yep. Yeah.
super parcel tongue.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just like an evil Doctor Strange cloak.
It does look like it. The thing about the hood to me that I thought was funny, you were talking about not liking his costume. I just thought it was funny because no one's mentioning it, because everyone else is just dressed in like regular.
Why are you dressed like you just went to a Ren fair? Like, what the hell's going on?
Right. Everyone's in regular.
Bro, what's with this leather cloak?
Riri doesn't make fun of him.
Summer.
Like he's just in this
so
big, weird leathery coat. Like I don't know what that's about.
Nobody said a goddamn thing. You're 100% right.
Yeah, that was the weird part for me.
I would have been like, "What are you wearing? What is this?"
Yeah, Riri could have definitely
Don't you know how hot it is outside?
Yeah, for sure.
It is this humid outside, and you're wearing this leather thing. Oh, nah. Hell, I don't want to do business with somebody this stupid.
Well, we're gonna
That
be
is called commitment.
we're gonna be
Right?
we're going to be covering these episodes over the next few nights. So if you have watched the episodes and want to send in feedback at mcucast@gmail.com, do that, and make sure in the subject line to say what episode you're sending in feedback for, so we don't get spoiled, because we're going to be watching them and casting them as we go. And maybe we'll be able, because I'm not sure if we're going to go live on every one of these, but we're going to, because everyone's probably past where we are. So we're gonna probably grab some feedback to use if it comes in. So mcucast@gmail.com if you want to send in feedback for episodes 2 and 3 particularly. And we'll be back to talk more Ironheart tomorrow, probably, or the next day. They'll get out sooner in our Patreon feed. So patreon.com/mcucast if you want to join the Patreon and get the episode sooner. Peace.
Until next time, true believers.
Bye.
Boop. Good job, guys. Hey, thank you YouTube for hanging out. It's good to hang out with you guys all night long.
Yeah, whoever Maverick77 is, don't bring that in here, or we will kick you out.
What'd they do?
No, they started giving, like, I know that a lot of people have seen all the episodes and posted stuff, and they were just posting things like, this happens in this episode and this happens in episode 8. True or not, we don't play that game here. So just chill with that.
Yeah. There is speculation, and this is just speculation, so I can't say.
I know people who have screeners who have seen the whole thing and are posting like full articles, because somebody posted it on the page and I took that off. Just like,
oof.
Yeah. There's episode 5 in that image we looked at the other day in our podcast. Episode 5 has a red M in the title.
Yeah.
And so it's like, and in 5 would make a lot of sense for Mephisto to show himself. So
yeah,
I'm hoping it happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's all we've ever wanted since WandaVision. So
it's all we've ever wanted. I want to watch episode 2 tonight, David Brewer. But I have to edit this and Multiverse
we got a lot
News.
going on.
Yeah, I got 2 long edits ahead of me.
West Coast, Best Coast.
Yeah, it is 11 o'clock.
Yep, it's almost 10 here.
When Parker Robbins was like, "I'll help you realize your vision," I was like, "Does that count as a reference to Vision?"
No.
for the fantasy heroes.
Yeah.
Oh, for your little game.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah,
people
for the
got
little
Tony
game.
Stark on there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There's so many references to Tony Stark.
Definitely got some Starks. Oh yeah, there were like 3 or 4. You're right. I think
Got one for Thor.
I think
too.
Stark is mine. Oh yeah, I just need one night with Thor and his hammer.
Me
good.
too, baby.
All right, friends on YouTube, pandas. We will be back soon. If we'll probably do another next week when we'll probably go live for episode 4 as well.
Zencaster's still recording, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I should stop that. All right.